Assalamualaikum and greetings to all fitness enthusiasts. I'm Rizwan Sikder and I'm back with another fitness related video. This time I'll be discussing the importance of stretching for increasing flexibility and preventing injuries. Before we talk about stretching, let's go over some details about flexibility. Flexibility refers to the range of motion of a muscle and the connective tissues that surround it at a joint or joints. It is a variable factor depending on the joint involved and the physical condition of the individual. By increasing flexibility, a person's range of motion, which can be measured in degrees up to 360 degrees, can be improved. Can we get any benefit by doing flexibility training? Yes, of course. The benefits of doing flexibility training include improved range of motion, improved posture, improved balance, decreased chronic pain, improved muscle strength, enhanced performance, and improved mood. Stretching can be categorized by how it is performed. In this video, I'll demonstrate two categories: dynamic stretching and static stretching. Dynamic stretching. In dynamic stretching, the muscle is propelled into an extended range of motion by momentum, but the position is not held at the end. These movements are usually similar to those in workout or sport that follows and should be controlled to avoid injury. Unlike static stretching, dynamic stretching involves the muscles creating the stretch on their own without holding the position. A 10 to 15 minute warm-up and flexibility session is sufficient before a training session.
Now, I'll show you guys some of the dynamic stretches that you can do before starting your training session. First, wrist rotation. Stand in a straight position and fully extend your hand forward on your shoulder level. Close your fist and gently rotate it for 10 to 15 repetitions. Arm circles. Stand in a position with the feet hip-width apart and the arms down at the sides of the body. You need to laterally abduct your arms until they are parallel to the floor and keeping the shoulders relaxed and away from the ears. Slowly create the movement of circumduction with the arms starting with small circles towards the front. It can be done bilaterally with both arms at once or unilaterally with one arm at a time. Shoulder flexion and extension. Start with the arms at the sides of the body and palms facing the midline. Then actively flex one or both shoulders to elevate the arms overhead to the end of the range, avoiding spinal hyperextension. Once at the end of range, you can allow momentum to bring the shoulder into extension and repeat it for 10 to 15 times. Chest flexion and extension. First of all, you need to lift your both hands in front and keep the palms facing each other. And keep your shoulder neutral and gently move your hands backward. Keep it for 1 or 2 seconds and then bring them in front again. Repeat it for 10 to 15 times. Single leg swings, sagittal plane. Stand in a position with feet hip-width apart and arms free, or if needed, you can stand next to a wall for balance and support. Then you should shift the body weight into the right foot and gently lift left foot, standing tall from the top of the head to the right heel while avoiding leaning to the right as much as possible. Thumb activation, allowing momentum to work. Swing the leg forward to the end range of motion and then backward to the end range of motion. The torso should remain upright and stable during the stretch. This can be repeated 10 to 15 times on the left before switching hands. Single leg swings, frontal plane. This stretch is similar to the previous one. Starting from a standing position with the feet hip-width apart, you should shift your weight to the right leg and gently lift the left foot, allowing momentum to work, and abduct the left leg to the end range, allowing excessive lateral flexion to the spine. Alternating knee hugs. Stand in a position and take a small step forward with the left leg. Shift your body weight forward onto the left leg and bring the right knee towards the chest. with both hands, you should grab the right knee and gently pull it towards the torso for 1 to 2 count before releasing the leg and taking a step forward with the right leg. Tin shoulder. Starting in a standing position with feet hip-width apart. You should keep your arms free, or if needed, they can stand next to the wall for balance. Next, you should shift the body weight into the right foot and gently lift the left foot, avoiding leaning to the right as much as possible. Forward lunge to reach. Stand in a position and take a large step with the left leg and flex both knees and lower into a lunge, bringing the right knee gently down to the floor into a half kneeling position. Shift your body weight into the left foot while the chest is tall. Bring the right arm overhead and hold for 2 counts before lowering the arm and return to the half kneeling position. The forward shift and arm raise can be repeated 5 to 10 times before returning to the standing position and switching sides. Lateral lunge shifts. Stand in a position, take a large step laterally with the left foot so that the both feet are outside of the shoulders. The left knee is flexed and the body weight is shifted to the left for a 1 to 2 count. After returning to the center, flex the right knee and shift your body weight to the right for a 1 to 2 count and then return to the center. Continue to alternate for 10 to 15 reps on each side before returning to the standing position. Standing torso rotation. Begin by standing with your feet shoulder width apart, then bend your elbows to a 90-degree angle and lift your arms until they are parallel to the floor. Next, gently rotate your torso to the left, following through with your arms and your eyes until you reach your full range of motion. Return to the center before actively rotating to the right, again following through with your arms and eyes. Finally, return to the center once more. Aim to alternate sides for 10 to 15 repetitions in each direction. Ankle rotation. Stand in a straight position and lift one of your feet a little and gently rotate your ankle. It should be done for 10 to 15 repetitions and then switch your leg and repeat the stretch. Static stretching. Static stretching should be performed for a few minutes after every resistance training session to allow the joints to regain their full range of motion. This type of stretching also helps to reduce post-exercise muscle soreness. Additionally, static stretching helps maintain healthy muscle which supports proper posture. Stretching immediately after exercise optimizes muscle length and range of motion, as muscles lose some elasticity once the body cools down. To perform proper static stretch, hold the target muscle in a stretching position for 10 to 30 seconds and repeat each stretch twice. Now I'll show you guys some of the static stretches that you can do after your training session. Number 1, chest opener for pectoral muscle. Start by positioning yourself with your feet hip-width apart and your knees slightly bent. Next, bring both hands behind your body and interlock your fingers. Then gently press the interlocked hands down while retracting your shoulder blades to open your chest. As you do this, allow your chin to lift slightly while maintaining normal breathing. You can hold this stretch for up to 30 seconds before releasing. Single arm pectoral stretch. Position yourself next to a wall on the right side and lift your right arm, pressing the palm against the wall at chest level with fingers facing backward. Step gently and twist your body, torso and legs while maintaining your hands position until you reach the furthest point in the right pectoral, maintaining the position for a maximum of 30 seconds. Remember to breathe normally, then lower your arm and switch sides. Overhead tricep stretch. This stretch can be performed while sitting or standing. Start by ensuring that your shoulder is relaxed and your spine is in a neutral position. Next, raise your left arm overhead and bend your elbow to bring your left hand down towards your left shoulder. Place your right hand behind the left elbow to maintain the shoulder's flexed position. Remember to breathe normally and maintain the stretch for up to 30 seconds before releasing the arm and switching to the other side. Bicep stretch. Begin by standing with feet hip-width apart, maintaining a neutral spine, and keeping arms fully extended at the sides. Flex the right shoulder to bring the arm parallel to the floor with the palm facing up. Utilize the left hand to gently press the 4 outreach fingers of the right hand down towards the floor until the end of the range is reached. Ensure the right arm remains fully extended while keeping the shoulders relaxed and maintaining normal breathing. This stretch can be maintained for up to 30 seconds before releasing both arms and switching sides. I'm demonstrating 2 kinds of bicep stretch in this video. You can do any that you prefer. Child's pose. Here's a great stretch for your latissimus dorsi. Begin in a kneeling position with your feet and knees just outside your hips. Then, place your hands in front of your knees and slowly walk them forward while keeping your glutes close to your heels. After that, continue walking both hands forward as much as possible, allowing your head to drop between your elbows and your chest to move toward the floor. You can hold this stretch for up to 30 seconds before releasing. Forward fold, good for your spine. To perform this stretch, start by standing tall. Begin to roll your spine slowly as you bend at the hips. Keep your arms extended with a slight bend in your knees and let them naturally hang down towards the ground. Lower your upper body forward as much as you can while ensuring your head remains relaxed and in a neutral position. Once you have achieved the maximum spinal flexion, hold the stretch for 30 seconds before gradually coming back up, aligning your spine 1 vertebra at a time. Your head should be the last part of your body to return to the upright position. Hip flexors. Stand with your feet hip-width apart and take a large step forward with your left leg, ensuring that both feet are pointing forward. Bring both hands to the knee of your left leg as you bend it. Your hips should move straight down toward the floor while keeping your right leg extended and lifted. It's okay if your right heel comes off the ground. Keep your shoulders relaxed and breathe normally. Hold this position for up to 30 seconds before returning to the standing position and switching legs. Cobra. A good stretch for your abdominals and lower back. Begin by lying face down on the floor, allowing the feet to relax with the toes pointing out. Position the hands level with the chest as if preparing for a push-up. Maintain contact between the hips and the floor while using the palms to lift the chest. Fully extend the arms during this movement. Breathe naturally and sustain the stretch for 30 seconds before gently lowering the chest to the floor. Quadriceps stretch. To begin, ensure that your feet are positioned hip-width apart and use a chair or wall for support if necessary. Shift your body weight onto your right foot and avoid leaning to the side. Bend your left knee, bringing your heel towards your left glute without arching your lower back excessively. Keep your knees together and gently pull your left heel towards your glutes, holding the stretch up to 30 seconds while maintaining normal breath. Return to the starting position and switch legs. Seated figure 4 toe reach. To effectively stretch your hamstrings, begin by sitting on the floor. Sit up straight with relaxed shoulders, then bend your right knee and bring the bottom of your right foot to the inside of your left leg. While keeping your back flat, reach with both hands toward your left toes. Remember to breathe normally while holding the stretch for up to 30 seconds. Then return to the seated position and switch legs. Butterfly stretch. Start by sitting on the floor and bending your knees, bringing the soles of your feet together. Then, bring your heels as close to your body as you can while letting your knees fall outward. You can rest your hands on your feet or stretch them out in front of you. You may also lean forward slightly from the hips and hold this position for up to 30 seconds before relaxing. Gastrocnemius stretch. Stand facing a wall or stationary object with your feet hip-width apart to provide support and place both hands on the the wall or keep them free. After stepping back with your left foot, lean into your hands while keeping your arms fully extended and drive your left heel towards the floor. Hold this position up to 30 seconds, breathing normally before returning to the starting position and switching legs. Soleus stretch. This particular static stretching exercise is quite similar to the gastrocnemius stretch, but with a small addition to specifically target the deeper muscle group. Begin by standing in front of a wall or stationary object with your feet hip-width apart for additional support. Take a step backwards with your left foot, keeping your arms fully extended, and then press your left heel towards the floor and bend your left knee as if you are attempting to touch it to the wall in order to focus on stretching the soleus muscle. As you do this, your hips will naturally move towards the back to maintain the heel as close to the floor as possible. Hold this stretch for around 30 seconds, continuing to breathe normally before returning to the starting position and repeating the stretch on the opposite leg. Does stretching help prevent injury?
While flexibility alone is not sufficient to improve injury, adequate flexibility can improve balance and reduce the risk of falls and injuries. Some of the benefits associated with optimal flexibility include improved balance, posture, and muscle strength. If you have any questions, just comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more fitness and nutrition inspiration.